Hey everybody, in this video I will show you how to set up the Python environment. So before you start executing or developing any code in Python, you need to follow these steps. It's pretty easy, just follow along. So the first step is to check whether you already have a Python installed. So for that, open your command prompt, open as the administrator, and here type this command python --version and hit enter. If it shows the Python version, that means you already have a Python downloaded. But if you do not, then you have to download the Python from its official website. So here just type Python download, hit enter, and here on the first link click on it, and from here click on the download Python 3.10.3. This is Python 3, and it will download the Python. Once you download it, just open it, and like any regular program, hit next, and it will download Python in your system. As I already have Python, it is showing me this pop-up instead of the installment pop-up. And once it is downloaded, it is, if you have followed the default next, then it would download inside your app data. In order to navigate there, click on your C drive, and here click on the users, and here click on your username, and here go ahead and click on the app data. If this folder is not available, then here click on the view and make sure you have selected the hidden items. Okay, if it is not, then you won't see it. Click on the hidden item and you will see it. Now click on the app data, and here click on the local folder, and here find the program folder, programs, yep, here. And here you will see you have this Python, and make sure you open the Python 3. There could be the chances that you may have Python 2, but make sure we are avoiding it and clicking on Python 3. And this is the Python 3.exe. This is the interpreter, and here you can write the Python code like print hello world. And see, it's working. Okay, so we have this Python interpreter here. Now we want to set this Python interpreter in the path variable so that our computers know that there is a Python and it can access from anywhere, right? So you can access your python.exe from anywhere or any location from your computer. So in order to do that, you have to first copy this path, the path where your python.exe is sitting, the right Python exe to Python 3, and in the search type env, open the environment, and here click on the environment variable button, and under the system variable go ahead and find the path attribute and click on the edit, and here click on the new and paste the path. And since I already have one, I'm not going to do it again, so I'm going to delete it. Okay, so once it is done, you have your path set up, the Python path setup, right? And now when you open this CMD, make sure you open the new one because it won't show you in the old one. Run as an administrator, and here type Python version, and now you should see the Python version. Okay, all good. So now we have Python 3.10 installed and configured, and path variable is set. The next step is to set the PIP, which is under the scripts. So when you go ahead and set the path variable for the python.exe, in this location there is one more folder called script. Open it, And you see here you have pip3. We need this .exe in order to download Python packages, otherwise you cannot. So also go ahead, copy this whole path and do the same steps that I have showed earlier. Open the environment variable, and here find the path attribute under the system variable and set the path, edit and set the path for the PIP location. So now you have a PIP. So when you type PIP or PIP3 in our case, because we have PIP3 already, and see, if it shows you all this info, that means you have now PIP set up in the path variable. Okay, all good. So we have set the Python, we have set the PIP3 in our path variable, right? Now next step is to download Pycharm. So why do we need Pycharm? Because it is the IDE where we are going to write all the code, and it is the place where we will have all these Python files, right? In order to have the organized file, we need some sort of IDE. It could be anything. My personal favorite is Pycharm, so I suggest you to download Pycharm. Pycharm download. And here on the first link, jetbrains.com, click on the first link. And here select the appropriate flavor of your operating system. Mine is Windows. And go ahead and download the community version. This is the free version. We are going to need this and not the professional one as of now. So download it, and once you have downloaded, in your download folder, open it and follow the conventional order of installing any software, like click next, and it will install it in your system. Once you have it, open it, Pycharm. And here now you have to create the first project. So click on the file drop down, and here click on the new project. And here it will show you the location where your new project is going to be created. If you like this location, let it be, otherwise you can change it. Here make sure you configure this right, because this may mess up the thing if you do not do it right. So you have this location for your Python project that you are going to work on, and here you have Python interpreter 3.10, right? We have Python interpreter already downloaded and set in the Python variable. We did that, right? So here we have to connect our systems interpreter with the Pycharm. So you may have a new environment using radio button clicked as a default. Make sure you click on the previously configured interpreter, and here click on these three dots, and here click on the system interpreter, because that's where our interpreter lies. We have already set in the path, right? So click on the system interpreter, and here in this drop down it's showing nothing, so click on these three dots and find your python.exe, the location to the python.exe. This is the location, the same location you set in the path variable. Click on OK and click on OK. So now you have python.3 as your interpreter. We have set it up, right? We have connected our existing system interpreter to the Pycharm, and you hit and click on the create. Open the project where this window, click on this window. Right, so now we have the Python project which is using our systems interpreter that we have set in the path variable. All set. We have this main.py file, the Python file, right? And you can run this print hi hello world or Pycharm. Okay, so we are all set. We have Python and PIP3 configured, installed and set in path variable, and we have already downloaded and installed Pycharm. So we are now ready to start Python programming. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.